heart of Utah and the miracle of the valley. Welcome to the Lockhart Arena on the beautiful campus of Utah Valley University.
Some people see just another local Utah sports app. Oh, wait, what? A local Utah sports app? Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. The latest news, insider analysis, podcasts from the pros, and so much more. Free. Available right now, anywhere you are. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast.
Seriously fast. Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
You'll receive an instant pre-approval before you start shopping.
Your completed mortgage file will be underwritten by UCCU's very own in-house professionals.
Like us.
Seriously fast.
Buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
Make some noise! Let's do this.
Late. Go time, come on.
Creative, the world needs an answer. Give us the answer. Creativity is the answer. Never play on repeat. Put your own spin on things. Let a new wave begin.
All right, come on, let's go.
2 seconds.
Creators run the show. We want the answer. From the cage to the stage. Rise up from the streets to the pros.
So much.
Creativity is the answer to a world divided. Tear down those walls. Make worlds unite. Flip the script. Rewrite the rules. Creativity is the answer. Now over to you.
To national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go?
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Hi, I'm Blake. And I'm Ben. November brings the Murdoch Season of Giving event. This season, receive 0% for 72 months on a Tucson, Santa Fe, and Sonata. And with every new vehicle purchase, receive a $250 holiday gift card to shop local. You've got to come and see us online at murdochhyundai.com.
Right next to UVU, Wolverine Crossing is the premier award-winning student property in Orem. With renovations of nearly $5 million, Wolverine Crossing has the look and feel of luxury living, including contemporary upgrades and top-tier amenities. Wolverine Crossing supports a strong academic environment, whether you're on campus or remote, and the resident assistant program is nationally recognized, so safety and support is the top priority. Lease now and get half off your November rent. Wolverine Crossing, this is home.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the campus of Utah Valley University and the Lockhart Arena, where California Baptist comes to town. The Lancers are taking on the Wolverines of UVU. I am Sam Allen, going to be commentating alongside Chasen Tolbert.
Yeah, we'd like to welcome all of our viewers out from the YouTube at GoVU, Flow Wrestling, KSL TV app, and the WAC Digital Network.
Basically, if you can't find UVU Wrestling, you're living under a rock.
Right.
You got to get out. Yeah, we're on the WAC Digital Network. YouTube's easy to get to. Flow Wrestling for all the wrestling fans. It's great content hosted there. But we're excited to have California Baptist come into town today. They are a team emerging from Division II, moving to Division I. They're in a probationary status, so they don't do the postseason wrestling, but they're putting together a pretty good team.
Yeah, they got Coach Lenny Zaleski hired on. Great staff. They got a couple transfers come in from some D1 programs, and currently they're in the WAC.
Yeah, so participating in the WAC, as you guys know, all of UVU's other sports participate in the WAC. Wrestling, we're in the Big 12. And so similarly, the wrestling program for California Baptist is unaffiliated right now. We'll see what happens as they come out of this probation. It'd be awesome maybe if they joined over here, or looks like maybe we got some Pac-12 teams that are losing the wrestling program, so they might be a good addition out there.
Yeah, with the Pac-12 facing some adversity, I wouldn't be surprised if they slotted them in there somewhere.
We're going to start today straight up at 125 pounds, which is always exciting for us. We got number 9 ranked Taylor Lamont over here getting ready, warming up on the side. He's going to be taking on Dylan Octoon, a redshirt sophomore. This is UVU's first double duel in a long time, but first duels of the season as well.
Yeah, that's kind of a new development in today's story. Is we were originally just slated to wrestle CBU, and then University of Northern Colorado jumped in just a few days ago. So we'll wrestle CBU now. After this duel, CBU and UNC will duel each other, and then at 2:30 we'll reconvene in UNC versus UVU.
So, a lot of great wrestling going on today. We're stoked about this. But here we go, 125 pounds, Taylor Lamont.
The fist bump to start the match, interesting.
Don't need a handshake, just the fist bump. I like it. Now, Taylor is a very accomplished Greco-Roman wrestler, and so as you see him wrestle collegiate or folk style, it's interesting to see that style, that Greco style is very eminent in how you see that hand pull. A lot of ties, a lot of upper body movement, a lot of.
Yeah, Taylor does his ties, his hands really well, controlling the head.
Shot try there. Octoon does a good job to just the down block, drop to his knees. So when you got somebody that obviously has a unique style, how do you approach that? Whatever the style is, you got Taylor with a lot of ties, a lot of arm ties, but it could be any style. You got guys that really like to wrestle from the outside, the sweep stuff. What's the best way to adjust, Jason?
At this level, a lot of the adjustments are done in the room. Taylor Lamont in on the leg.
Oh, a trip down, and then Octoon rolled under.
Yeah, a last effort at a defense there. Like I was saying, Sam, at this level, a lot of the preparations before matches are done in the room. There's guys watching film on their opponents, and then the coaches and other teammates mimicking what they do good and trying to prepare that way so you know what's coming during the match.
Deep underhook for Octoon right now. Taylor can use that. See how, that was nice. He's got the underhook, but he drops to the other side with the sweep single. Catches the leg and trips him down.
Yeah, it was a really good takedown. I'm surprised he didn't go two hands to the leg immediately.
No, that was interesting. He pulled on the tricep of Octoon, dropped down, and essentially just picked that leg up with one arm.
Looks like he's going to cut him again and go for another takedown before the time runs out in this period.
35 seconds left here. Another sweep single.
Short time here.
Pulls it out from in between his legs. Another trip. Another roll. Interesting there.
Yeah, Taylor did a really good job of staying elevated. A lot of times the guy who's got the elevation in that position will win. Taylor might have even put him in danger.
Well, and as you see how Octoon kind of turtle shells up, he's on his back, that could get dangerous real quick if you get caught.
Pretty dominant first period by Taylor Lamont.
Octoon chooses down in the second period. Taylor immediately covers those hips. Double thigh ride. Moves to a spiral ride to that wrist. You can see him come out to the side here and create a lot of pressure down on that shoulder, flatten him out.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a really good pressure on.
Comes back to adjust. Another wrist ride here.
1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. We're still stuck at 6-2.
Flatten him out.
That's 3 takedowns, 2 escapes.
Taylor going to that bar. See if he can get it.
Well, even right there, he's looking to lace that leg through. There's a tilt possibility if he could get that leg in. Octoon keeps his hips low to the mat, keeps it out.
1 minute on the clock. 1 minute on the clock.
Looks like he's got the bar in.
A bar in like a tight waist? Is this a double? I can't see the other side here. He's running. Oh, here he goes, running the bar.
Spiral, and then he threw the half in. Lost the bar, but he's got the half deep.
Ooh. Octoon does enough to fight it off, keeps his head up.
45 seconds, 45 seconds.
That's a second stall call on Octoon. Point is awarded to Taylor Lamont.
You know, when you look at that, sometimes you look at stall, it's like, man, this guy's, you know, the performance Taylor put on it, you know, was pretty dominant first period, I should say, and you're doing your best, but you're getting smothered. Whatever you got, there's an answer, and I think it's a tough situation to be in, but Taylor's doing a great job keeping the pressure on and letting the referee know, like, hey, I'm the one really putting the effort forward here. Let's get some stall calls going.
Yeah, the ref did a good job of, like, probably counting attempts, too, and seeing, like, okay, how many shot attempts does this guy take in? What's he really doing on bottom besides protecting himself? That'll be it for the second period.
Rode him out that entire period, locked in that riding time. So in the third period, Taylor's going to choose down. Immediate stand-up.
Octoon looking to do a return. Successful. Score being what it is, he's going to want to get a turn here.
So Taylor gets that escape. Octoon did a nice trip back, then had a wrist ride and a spiral ride. Not enough to keep him down, though. So we got 1:19 left in the third period.
From a team perspective, Taylor's probably looking to score more team points than just a decision here.
Yeah, I mean, UVU lost some of their seasoned veterans. We'll call them that. We had Demetrius Romero was out last year, one of our higher-ranked wrestlers. But you know, we got some guys. But where we know that we can score more points, whether that's bonus points, major decision, tech fall, or a pin, we got to really work for those. And I think last year, for Wolverine fans listening in, that was always something that we could see. We had a lot of really close matches. I mean, some went down to criteria. Some were won and lost within a couple points. And when you look at those bonus points, that means all the difference in the world.
Yeah, just on paper, I mean, we want our ranked guys to be beating unranked guys pretty well. We're looking at pins and techs here, but looks like Taylor's going to walk away with a major decision as time winds down in this match.
So that's a good major decision victory. He gets the takedown to secure that. Great performance by Taylor.
That'll be it.
All right. Up next, we got a redshirt freshman, one of our young bucks. Exciting to see these guys step out. This is Ty Smith going up against Brandon Paulson, another a redshirt freshman as well, at 133 pounds. Here
Ty
we go.
Smith, someone we're excited about. So you notice Taylor's wrestling 25s this year. Ty Smith's at 33s when Taylor was 33s last year. So I think the team's looking a lot better having Ty wrestle 33s.
Right.
He's one of the guys that wasn't necessarily recruited. He was wrestling at the RTC and wound up joining the Utah Valley squad. And he brings a lot to the table.
He does, and he's exciting to watch. I think one thing you see is the level of talent that's coming in. Wrestling is one that these guys could come out of high school when they're ready to compete. They got the right mentality. They've had good training. When you talk about the RTC, the regional training centers that have been set up across the country, but Utah has our own here. You're getting great talent right here in Utah and in the Western United States coming and training here, and it can easily transition and turn into something great for the programs where we're at.
Yeah, Ty Smith sitting at 3-0 on the season. They had their tri-dual meet over at Cal Poly. He defeated Hayden Drury of Fresno and a couple of the Cal Poly guys as well, and so he's off to a good start. Let's see if he can keep it going. California Baptist in on the leg.
Ooh, splayed,
he's got him on his back.
There we go.
He's looking for a fall here.
That's a fall.
That's it.
Nice pin. Ty Smith over Brandon Polson. Pin victory.
Hey, that's quite the turnaround. You got a guy in on your leg. Next thing he knows, he's on his back.
That's a spladle. What is that called?
I'm not sure what he did there. I'll have to have him show me after the match.
No. But now it's bothering me because I haven't seen a spladle since high school. It's when a guy has a single leg on you, which California Baptist did, and Ty ends up extending his leg, tripping, and going and hooking the back of his leg to a pin position.
Yeah, it was probably a variation of that.
I don't know. Anyways, hey, great pin victory. We are up to 141 pounds. Our junior, Isaiah Delgado, been awesome for us. He's going up against Chaz Hallmark, a redshirt freshman. Cal's got some young guys on their lineup.
Hey, we really like Delgado. He's out of El Paso, Texas. He was one of our few placers at U23s before the season started. And now that he's bumped up to 41s, he's looking thick, Sam.
Yeah, I like him at 141 pounds. Again, as you mentioned, we've had some opportunity where Taylor moves down, Ty Smith's able to move in and be a great size at 133. Isaiah goes up. I think we're fanning out. We're going, okay, where are we strong? Where can we put on some weight or wrestle at a more natural weight and make a stronger team? So I love it.
Yep. Delgado
hooks
in
the
on
legs.
the legs again. That'll be the second takedown.
First one was interesting because we had him taken down and we're in like this tripod position where we had both of his legs. The second we went to grab those hips,
they were gone.
Yeah, Chaz does a good job of bringing his knees underneath him and escaping. So another escape here. We're both on our feet. 127 in the first period.
CBU in on the leg this time. Coach Zaleski instructing his wrestler to keep him in. That'll be two.
Oh, takedown.
On the edge of the mat.
So in college, you can wrestle, well, I guess high school now, they've changed the rules, but you can wrestle a lot right on that edge. And I think that's one area you can be really cognizant as a wrestler. You could get taken down. Isaiah gets taken down immediately. You got to be either forcing the issue to get up and out, get a refresh reset, or to start wrestling instead of laying on that edge where time just starts ticking down on you.
Yeah, one thing that's very important as you transition into the D1 and college level in general is mat awareness, understanding where you are on the mat and what that means and what positions you can score in.
Hallmark riding tough here with what looks to be a cross or a arm bar. Oh, 2-on-1 there. Wrist ride to a 2-on-1. Again, rolls him down in a spiral. Hooks the leg here in an Iowa ride.
Short time.
Ooh, short time. It'd be great to see an escape here. He head hunts. Nice job to keep moving here. Oh, great job at continuing to move. He head hunts, grabs the head. Not enough motion to get that final escape. So we into the first period, 4-4.
Yeah, props to Chaz Hallmark. First of the round, it looked a little bleak, but he came back and put on a tough ride.
The duels today are California Baptist's first competition of the season here. While we've been out and we've done a tri-duel, this is their first outing, which was cool to see.
Notice in that position, Delgado had a hold of the ankle for too long. Referee awards him a stall as he counted out 5 seconds.
Well, and that's something you see a lot more where it's been made known for wrestlers. I can't hang down on a leg. I can't hold an ankle. I can't stay in a position and hang out. The ref's going to make a loud count, 5 seconds, and if you hold it that long, you're going to get a stalling penalty.
Now, it's something that a lot of us in the community agreed with. The gears are being more towards action in the match. We don't want you to sit on a leg and stall. As Delgado finds himself in trouble, Chaz Hallmark, CBU, awarded 4 near fall.
With that 4-point near fall, your ability to, Chaz has a great tilt here. Oh, and he transitions to a half. See if Delgado can flip over, get to his stomach.
We got a pin here.
Well, at 141 pounds, we got Chaz Hallmark with the fall victory over Isaiah Delgado.
Interesting turn of events as the match progressed. This is where watching film and understanding your opponents before the match comes in pretty handy. You want to know, hey, this guy's pretty tough on top, maybe not choose bottom.
Yeah.
Or be ready for the tilt at the very least.
Well, and that's one thing. And I think when you feel if a guy has a very good ride, he can tilt. What I was saying right before the fall happened was, with a 4-point near fall now, think about it. You hit a takedown, 2 or 3 4-point near falls, the match is nearly over in a tech fall situation,
Yeah, another one of those rules that's geared towards action in the match. We're trying to encourage guys to get turns because they're worth more nowadays.
All right, we are up at 149 pounds. Cameron Hunsaker, I'm really excited to watch him wrestle this year. He's going up against A.J. Raya.
Raya, one of the more well-known guys on the CBU lineup. Cameron Hunsaker, an American Fork local product, and coming to us.
I was really impressed last year with where and how Cameron came up, defending a shot. Super tough here. Wants to stomp his foot down. Oh, he immediately gets his knees up underneath him. Good job there. And now he's in a tripod position, up to his feet, and he escapes. Anyways, I thought he wrestled very well last year. If you guys remember, nice sweep single by Hunsaker.
Raya in on some funk.
Raya he's literally going against the bend of his knee here. That's kind of interesting, but hey, he wants to throw on
he
that.
Hasn't been scored on yet, so tricky position for both guys. You'd want to be elevated if you're Hunsaker here. Hips down.
Stalemate position here.
Yeah, you're right, Sam. Hunsaker, one of our...
Anyways, he came away, Cameron came away with some pretty big victories over ranked opponents last year. Wrestled extremely tough.
Coming into this season, he was ranked on some polls in the top, 25, 30.
One of the things I like is his pace. I think he starts and he stays consistently intense the entire match, and I think that's something that you got to train for. I think it's something that you don't see a ton. You see some guys that can really turn it on in the end, but they start slow, or they'll start super hot, and then they tend to cool out. But I feel like Cameron keeps a really great pace the entire match.
Yeah, one thing that I think plays towards some of his technique is that his length. He stands at 5'11". He's got some long arms and legs where he can get to positions easier than some other guys with different body types.
That's one of the things I seriously love about wrestling is the most non-discriminatory sport in like every way, like from a physiological, or like your body type, your physiology, short guys, tall guys, fat guys, wide guys, anyone can wrestle. Number one, doesn't take a lot of money.
Be good at wrestling.
That's what I mean.
There's stout guys that dominate, and there's lanky guys too. So we'll see if Cameron can score here.
Well, he's smart because you know what he did here.
He watched that roll.
He had the sweep, and that wizard came in.
Look how high that leg is because of how tall Cameron.
He jumps. Oh man!
Raya does an excellent job at gauging that roll and when to hit it. And
Perfectly
has
timed.
had the hardest time finishing here because of that. I think he's been in on more shot attempts. And you noticed on that one, he had the leg, he had him extended, and he waited for the roll. It didn't come, and then when he tree-topped him, the roll came anyway.
Yeah. And he did a good job of rolling and then also adjusting his hips to square up and stand to his feet. So it's not just that I dive underneath my opponent, but it's that I keep moving and I get in a great defensive stance, and we end up losing the takedown opportunity.
Yeah, that's something that in the room these guys are drilling all the time, is watching for these gator rolls, catching the ankles, dropping your hips to make sure you block that stuff before they can get to your ankles.
Hunsaker chose down here in the second period with Raya on top. Quick escape.
Match is tied up here. Riding time is not a factor. Hey, you notice that crease pull. He's got the 2-on-1 there. Put him in a position to score. Raya just really gamey.
Here we go. You see Raya again. Just the difference in height. He's lower than Hunsaker, and you're going to want to see Cameron either get some nice pulls to be able to change his level, or again, like even right there, he had a 2-on-1 that he kind of starts standing Raya up. Raya in on a sweep single here. Hunsaker, nice job.
Hey, some good leg defense there. Now he's got the corner.
He's got to drive through that.
Raya's shot defense is on point today.
We almost got in a tough situation. Hunsaker, that straight single leg, well, it was a sweep, but it ended up being straight. Hunsaker didn't quite get enough pressure on the head and got elevated up. Nice sweep, or low level here.
Yeah, he got
again,
in deep.
You see this wizard comes over the top. He locks in the crotch. Raya trying for some type of roll through.
At least. So he's done a good job of converting these shots and leg attacks to maybe not scoring, but at least getting a stall or stale.
That's twice now. Interesting position. after the first, Cameron goes, I'm going to just stay low, stayed up in that crease of the knee, and ends up getting in a situation where all that work ends up not coming to fruition because I'm not pushing the action. I'm not able to continue wrestling through.
As timeline's down here, Raya will have choice. It'll be his opportunity to probably choose bottom. And then get an escape and earn advantage. One of those gamey California wrestlers. He's from Yucaipa, out in the desert of California a little bit. Not too far from Riverside, where California Baptist University is.
Good return here. Got to bump him down off these feet. Got to keep moving forward. Got to bump him off these feet here.
Utah Valley coaches encouraging a tough ride.
Come up on top, cover the hips. I think Cameron's great again, his length leads to him being great at riding on top. He can just cover those hips so well.
Yeah, a couple of times he and I have had a similar ride style. A couple of times we've worked on it together. How he sits on that ankle with his foot and then runs cross wrist. He does everything I used to do except on the opposite side.
Yeah, that Iowa ride with a cross wrist makes it super hard to get mobile.
Yeah, notice Raya trying to post there, but that ankle's a tough ride. 5 more seconds and we'll have riding time here.
Yeah, Hunsaker rides him out. We win this match. Interesting 2-on-1 through the leg. What an interesting scramble there. He lets go of it. I think that was the right move.
No, yeah, this is awesome.
Again, this 2-on-1 is super tough.
We got 26 seconds left in the match.
We want to see him bump him down. A high hip attempt by Raya. Time is winding down with 3, 2, and 1 second remaining.
That'll be it for the match.
Hunsaker comes away with a victory. You got to know how to ride or get out.
Hey, that's
you know
2 matches in a row where top position has decided.
UVU is a great place to recruit from. And so we feel really fortunate to get guys, some of the best talent from other states, come in here and really contribute to Utah Valley's program.
Yeah, oftentimes competing here, I felt fortunate. Traveling to other schools like Wyoming, North and South Dakota, it's pretty desolate up in that part of the country.
And you look out here, we got beautiful mountains.
It's the sunset every night on the mountains.
Lakes and yeah.
Yeah, it's quite the contrast.
Danny with this 2-on-1 to a overhook. He likes this Greco style. Shallow underhook that he changes out of. Nice pace. I like Danny's pace. Underhook again. Ooh, underhook left his hip exposed to a quick high C to a single leg by Zach Rowe.
Hey, he's got a good whizzer here. He's
nice
trying to
whizzer.
get some pressure on it.
Well, he's doing a good job.
He broke the lock for a moment.
Broke the lock and now stomp his foot down, swing his leg out. Great job by Danny.
Successful leg defense there.
Snedeker, just a freshman, but again, coming out with a nice sweep to a finish there. Just a freshman, but ready to step into the varsity spot, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, some guys straight out of high school are just ready to compete. Some need a year of redshirting before they can transition, get used to the new pace and new style of college wrestling. Snedeker riding that ankle same way as Hunsaker. Opposite side.
You see wrestling technique. if you want to call it style, you see that change. It evolves, and it will hit peaks and valleys, like different styles like that. Oh, what a...
Faked him out of his shoes and then got in on the shot.
Unbelievable.
Looks to Coach Williams. Coach Williams told him to run that crossface that he looked at first takedown.
Unbelievable just motion, head fake, and level change made that takedown look super easy. Awesome takedown.
Oftentimes that's kind of how it looks, Sam. I mean, these guys that are high level, their actions almost seem effortless, and then they're in on the leg. When in reality, there's a lot of movement and pressure that go into every position.
Same ankle, same arm tied up here.
Yeah, he loves that.
To this same side
hey, we're
bar.
Looking for a turn now.
Yeah, great job here. Got a nice wrist right on the other side.
Short time.
8-7 seconds now. I think we're going to run out of time, but you know, I actually feel like the bar series, you start weakening those lats and the shoulder of your opponent, and you can wear that down. It becomes more successful later in the match. So I'm going to look forward to seeing that again.
Yeah, third period defense looks different than first.
Snedeker chooses down in the second period. Quick leg ride goes in. It's kind of sloppy. Now it's up on Snedeker's hip. Easy way to get his hips out and turn and face. That escape comes once Rowe loses that leg. Let's watch these setups. Look at this. Nice foot motion, nice foot movement. A little bit of feint with the hands. Nice heavy hands. I like that. Rowe coming inside, blocking these underhooks. Wants to keep those out. Heavy pull. Slide to a sweep single. I like, man, Snedeker, I like his style, dude. A lot of touch and go, touch, slide, and make it really, really slick, and those feet move really well.
Yeah, that last one, I mean, he went from this underhook position down to the leg, and the amount of distance his arm traveled to get there was hardly any, but it was there.
Yeah, and when you do it right, when you set things up correctly, you know, the amount of distance I have to cover, whether it's with my feet or my hands actually penetrating or grabbing a leg, it's not that much.
And then he goes back to the underhook.
Rowe's position a little high.
Short time here.
Straight legs. Right there, nice pull down. Oh, nice low level single. Trying to hip over here.
Great way to end the second period for Snedeker.
Good job of just clearing those feet and turning and facing by Rowe. Now we're neutral.
Snedeker looking to get a takedown and put us into bonus point territory.
Interesting style. Again, an underhook, and then a shallow overhook. Collar tie almost. Ooh, nice double leg here. Made that look easy. Danny's, he's slick, man.
And he looks to the coaches to see, hey, what's next? What should I do? Should I go for the turn? Should I?
Oh, cradle. Little lackadaisical on the turn and face, and now Snedeker's got a great cradle on the side here. He's got to step behind that heel. and use the heel to turn him or adjust his lock a little higher. He can do this.
He's got the cradle locked up, head in the side. Let's go with his lock.
That's interesting, man. He had that lock. To me, I would have stepped both my knees behind his ankle and then ran it over.
He might have felt something that made him second guess it.
I'll tell you what I noticed was usually you want that lock to be a little higher near their head. It was really far down on his knee, and I don't know if he didn't feel like he had a secure enough lock to really step over and run it around.
And rather than put himself in danger, just cut him. So that'll be it for the match. Danny Snedeker improves his record to 3-0 on the season with the major decision.
Nice major decision victory.
Hey, at 165, we have Kekana Foray versus Josh Grant. Foray, redshirt freshman, record of 3-0 on the season. He's out of Nampa, Idaho.
Ooh, nice flurry starting out this match. Both guys pretty intense. Love it.
Redshirt sophomore Josh Grant. And your Utah Valley Wolverine, redshirt freshman Kekana Orem.
Where does Kekana come from?
Nampa, Idaho.
I know, but like that name is.
Is he Polynesian?
I don't know. He's got some cool tattoos.
He might be. We'll ask him after the match.
I like his style. Both guys came out on, with some heavy flurry, and now we're both bound up, looking to move our feet, move these ties to something that can get us in a position to score. Outside shot, a little far away for Kekana.
Josh Grant does a good job on that down block. Sees it coming. Down blocks.
Grant tries a slide by.
Yeah, not quite enough pressure to be successful. Got to kind of get him pushing into you before you can hit that.
Grant with some heavy hands. Both guys looking for these underhooks. Foray trying to keep his elbow in, keep those underhooks out.
This collar tie been predominant throughout the period.
Yeah, that 50-50 tie. Both the guys ear to ear, and Grant has dropped down to try and change the level and penetrate through, but both times, just because we're both locked up on that ear, he just runs into Foray's just brick wall. Boom, stops him. So an extended shot here by Grant. Short time. We're going to look for Foray to use this front headlock to switch to it. Nice single leg there. That's what we want. Sweep
Breaks
it down.
Back in, but loses it.
Man, as he went to pull it back in, his lock caught light and ends up losing the leg. Darn it.
Yeah, he was on the right track there, proactive, like, oh, better pull him back in so I can score, but he got a little bit ahead of himself and lost the lock. So we'll go scoreless into the second period. CBU with the choice.
Foray defers.
bit of a mix-up. CBU defers.
Okay, so a little bit change up on odd and even matches, whose choice it was. So it was our choice, we deferred. It's actually, after the coaches said, hey, I think it's our choice, California Baptist defers. We choose down. UVU chooses down.
Quick to his feet for A. Good return by Grant. Back to his feet.
Sometimes those returns, when you get slammed, not that it takes the wind out of you, but it's just jars your body,
Well, it's discouraging. You don't want to stand up and have it happen again. So.
Okay, so we got an elevated foot here. And when you scramble, if I can elevate my opponent's foot, I'm going to win this battle. So as long as he can keep this leg high.
Grant does a good job of keeping that low
he's
ankle.
He's going to hook this hip. Going to try to roll through. This is kind of a funky position.
Grant switches ankles.
Going to sit on his back. He's going to turn
Williams
and jump
is telling
out.
him to bail. We don't want to get in trouble here.
Now, I feel like if Foray can wiggle his hand down. Oh, no way. Wow, darn it. I would have tried for a double under right there. So he was totally clear. He had one leg caught. If I could just get my hand down into where that leg was caught and go double, essentially underneath both of his armpits and pull him flat or push him forward, I think we could have got, we could have come away with the reversal right there.
California Baptist University getting into riding time territory.
Heavy pressure in this tripod position. But he comes to his feet.
Looking to break the lock here.
Attempt to lift, but just straight behind. You're going to see Grant get to his side. Can't get to his side, so he just kind of cuts him loose. So we finally get that escape. Riding time is a factor here. 26 seconds, and I think a takedown here for both guys. Either one, it's going to really help put them in a good position for that third period.
Both guys back in on those ties. CBU will have choice here. Chooses neutral.
Why do you think he chose neutral here? Doesn't want to lose that riding time?
I would have chose bottom.
I still would have chose bottom. I got 27 seconds to get out.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of time.
That is.
Ooh, nice straight single there. Picks it up. I don't know, for whatever reason, these single legs that UVU has had today have been really weird because we're not finishing. Like, even the trip attempt, it's like reaching from so far away. So, I mean, I think that's probably the fourth or fifth single leg that we haven't been able to finish. CBU doing a good job with single leg defense, man.
Yeah, I'd like to see the stats on that.
Foray, he's got to get some motion going here. Both wrestlers here, ear to ear. I think the frustrating thing, Chasen, is that when you do all the work to get these shots, and
then they're gone.
And then it goes away. It's tough to expend all that energy, go through all the motion, waste all that time, and then to not be successful. Oh, a nice stop.
Pancakes.
And pancakes him down.
Hey, you can't get underextended when you're in on those shots.
Okay, we're going to look for a tough ride here. Grant of CBU flat on his stomach. He's got to get his knees up underneath him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's too active down there as his riding time whittles away. That'll be it for the match.
Wow, what a turn of events. You know, lot of shots, a lot of action by Kikea and he comes away with a victory, 3-0. Nice job.
Probably our most anticipated match of the day, number 5, Demetrius Romero, redshirt senior. Utah Valley's
Sweep single right away.
Big 12 champ, 2018.
Yep, took last year off with an injury. We missed him last year because we had a good team, a number of ranked wrestlers, some high. Demetrius had entered the season quite high because of both previous years' competition, qualified for nationals. So we were really excited to have him back in the lineup.
Yeah, transferred from Boise State, another Pac-12 member that got dropped. An Idaho native as well. We're glad to have him. His brothers actually compete on the track team here at UVU.
Keep it in the family.
We got the
bring them
family.
all here, right?
Family of athletes at Utah Valley University.
Why did his brothers not wrestle?
I don't know.
You got to get them out, man.
Let's recruit them.
Yeah, get them out. So we're back up on our feet. Demetrius made that first takedown look super simple. Nice sweep single. He's great at these at a single leg shot. Again, another sweep single right there. Does a good job to hold that ankle. Another dive under. We get a lot of these.
Yeah, Rojas, another California native. I think it's just a California thing. A lot of those guys go there instinctually. Demetrius looking to coaches. Where do I go here?
But I'll be honest, it's funny that we've seen so many roll unders and capture that leg. It just extends the scramble, and Demetrius does a good job. We're still scrambling, but it extends the scramble for a lot longer. And I almost feel like sometimes a scramble, as much as it's a physical thing because it's physically exhausting, it's a mental game, right? Am I really going to keep hanging on to this crazy position and am I going to keep
face is in the mat?
You know what I'm saying? Or am I going to really expose myself like this on purpose? And so it's being comfortable in those positions. I think these guys obviously play in these positions, practicing them a lot. But we end up coming with this takedown, and it looks like another escape coming, but Demetrius runs him out.
No change, 33 seconds on the clock, 4-1, Utah Valley.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Demetrius move up to 174?
He did.
He was 165, or he was going to be
at 65.
That's what I was going to say. So, a lot of movement here.
Demetrius always having a good time out there.
Okay, short time. We want a nice straight sink blast double. Runs him straight over his back.
A short time, and that'll rack up riding time for Demetrius Romero as the period runs out. Great way to end the round.
Green's choice or Demetrius' choice. Demetrius defers. Rojas chooses down.
Not a bad choice. This is one of those matches, like I said in the beginning with Taylor, that we want to capitalize on our ranking and seniority to look at bonus points and ideally a fall.
Cross wrist here. I remember the thought I was going to share. You see styles come and go, and they fluctuate, and they kind of ebb and flow. Like they'll become very, very popular, and they'll go away. I think there was a time when from a top and bottom position, leg riding was really, really big, and I feel like it kind of faded. And I think it happens because opponents' ability to defend those positions increases. So it's like, well, if I'm an offensive wrestler, which we all are, right, I got to change my style to score points, turn into pinning situations, and open up opportunities. But now I think one of the big top riding positions is Iowa ride on the outside with a cross wrist over the midsection.
Not a bad ride.
Demetrius turns this over from hooking the ankle, draping it up over his thigh, trying for this tilt position. I want to cross face and try to grab that tricep. I think when you get that tricep, you really start to turn the shoulders. Rojas tries to defend it, but Demetrius just...
He secured his near fall. He's going to want to settle up and reposition and get a pin here.
Or let it go and go for the next one.
Hops back on that ankle. Lift
Another
here.
roll,
Rojas
roll.
looking for that roll. Not quite there. The third period, Demetrius chooses bottom.
I think Demetrius, man, he's... we keep talking about, some of the shift in the movement and where guys are wrestling, but I think at 174, he's a tall, lean guy, and I think, man, nice reversal. It catches the arm.
Yeah, he's got
I'd keep that arm
caught.
Ooh, darn it. Couldn't keep it.
Back on that crossface, though.
Yeah, and hook that, hit that lace, bow the back, and pull him over for another 4-point near fall.
It's like almost trying to telephone him a little bit.
Like a... Here he goes. Keep pushing through.
Extreme amount of pressure there. Not fun position to be. Demetrius in an awesome position here. If he rides him out, it'll be an attack. If he pins him, it's even better.
So when you do that, do you get a little bit more bold in how you want to turn, or is it like, no, I'm still going to stay the same, and if it happens, it happens?
Well,
I mean, because again, you don't want to give up a reversal, then you're giving up that tech fall. So
I think you should always be looking for the pin.
I would have to agree with you. Short time. Rojas got to clear that leg out in order to be able to stand. Time expires with the riding time point. Final score 17-2, which is a tech fall victory for Demetrius Romero. Nice job.
184, our next match, Ashton Seeley, redshirt junior, record 2-1. Went out in Nephi, Utah. He'll be wrestling Caden Gerlach, a redshirt freshman. His first match of the season officially. Gerlach, a wrestler out of Alaska, went to Glen Allen High School.
That's in Juneau, isn't it? Is that Juneau? I don't know.
It's in Glen Allen.
It's in Glen Allen. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got that incorrect. At 184 pounds, coming to us as a redshirt freshman from California Baptist, Caden Gerlach.
Straight single, but, that came from far away. Ashton shot from far away, but had enough speed and penetration and hit a nice single leg. Spiral right here. Ashton's putting it on heavy.
Ashton looks over to Coach Williams for more instruction. He's riding that spiral pretty well. Another roll attempt.
A lot of these guys from California Baptist not afraid to put some funky moves out there, rolls and dives to create scramble positions. And right there, I don't know if you'd call that a Granby, but Ashton does a good job of just following along with that.
Getting a little high there, Seeley.
Oh, a
switch. Does a good switch there and winds up with the reversal.
Like a switch that ends up into a stand, that ends up into a reversal down on the mat. That was cool transition.
He's right to the leg ride here.
So Gerlach comes away with that reversal right about halfway through this first period. So riding time is ticking down for Ashton Seeley. Kind of shoulder hugging him. Ashton's kind of in a funky position. Even though the legs weren't super tight and putting any kind of bow in his back, he was in trouble of getting sucked back into a shoulder hug position and give up those near fall. Luckily, he comes back to his stomach and gets his knees up under him. Gerlach high on this leg ride. Ashton could extend his hips up and shake him off the top. Well, double leg ride comes in here. This is super heavy. Looking for that power half. Half attempt not as great. It comes to his feet.
Gerlach with that cradle.
Gerlach with this cradle. Seeley trying to keep his hips low and work on that lock.
Time expires. Could have been a dangerous situation.
Gerlach of CBU putting on a good show right there. Had a lot of attempts at turns. Gerlach chooses down here in the second period. Seeley gets set.
Seeley's going to want to keep his hips in there as he gets put on his back. Ref's calling near fall.
Got to try to clear his elbow. His elbow is hooked, which is keeping him on his back. He's got to try to unhook that off of his elbow and fight through, but keep moving here. His right arm, he's got to get through the body. Nice job to get to his knees up underneath him to get to his belly. And Gerlach in another cradle position, step behind his Seeley's. Oh, but Seeley did a good job of unhooking his heel there. Right there, where I have a good base, like Seeley does, I'd be on that lock immediately. Oh, he hooks the leg though,
and turns into.
And he's turning in. He's got to keep going because there's short time. You don't want to end up with
on the cradle, but remains in control for now. Seeley looking to the coaches for instruction. Not quite sure what to do here.
He's got his own cradle now with a nice reversal. Good job, good awareness right there. I think he took some great coaching. Kind of looked up at Coach Williams. Hey, what's up? Yeah, let's push back, let's push back, let's push back, and ends up with a reversal here.
That'll be it for the second period. Third round, it'll be Utah Valley's choice. Chooses bottom. Gerlach has 1 minute and 24 seconds of riding time with the score advantage, 8-4.
I think if the first and second round taught us anything, we know that Gerlach's got quite a few different turns, specifically cradle turn now. 1, 2, we got to move. You know, I look at Ashton. We got to get those knees moving, get to our feet. Granby attempt there kind of got caught halfway through and ends up on his belly.
Yeah, your first move off the whistle can't just be to sit. I mean, we really got to move there, looking to score, especially knowing what the score is.
Well, yeah, and that
Keep
the guy
your head off the mat,
and that the guy's decent on top. You gotta move.
A lot of the technique on bottom is mitigating your risk by beating these guys to position. We find him in a cradle.
We knew that was coming. That's probably the 4th or 5th attempt at it. I'd be fighting on that lock super hard right now.
Gerlach, bottom knee in the ribs. Looks like he's trying to put his head in the temple. He's got great position. Not quite a pin.
4-point near fall. I always say, you know, if I know a guy's good at cradle, if I have good hand control and I fight hands really good, even on bottom, I can't get cradled if I have a guy's hand, right?
Not at all. And keeping your knee away from your head.
Again, this is probably the 4th time.
Your stand-up's got to be pretty brisk with your back straight and your head up.
Right there. Grip that hand and go. That's what we want to see him do. Right there. Go 2-on-1. Oh, but he lets the hand go.
30 seconds on the clock, 30 seconds.
Ashton's got to get his knees up, head up. That's where it starts.
Caden Gerlach.
Escape.
Still in major decision territory with riding time.
I'd love to take that away, but I think Gerlach's going to hold off with head right in the chest and good position. Well, that ends the match. Final score 13-5, which is a CBU major decision victory, which brings the team score 25 UVU, California Baptist 10.
One of our favorite wrestlers, Jacob Armstrong, wrestled for Salem Hills High School, just south of here in Orem, Utah. He's a redshirt sophomore last year. One of our guys we thought was going to be awesome for our lineup. Wound up having some injuries.
That was frustrating not to be able to see him step in.
Yeah. Originally, it was recruited to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Wound up coming home. And now he's our 197-pounder.
Jacob Armstrong, the Utah Valley Wolverine comes to us with a 2-0 record. Undefeated so far this season.
Both guys, nice hand movement, hand fighting here. Head position's decent. One of my favorite things to see, Chasen, is when you get big guys, you know, in the 197 to heavyweight category that move really well. And I think those are the guys that are deadly. You know, when you got that size, that athleticism, and that strength moving at a high rate of speed, whatever it is, if it's level change or it's just my footwork and that motion of my feet, even if it's my hands, when you can see a guy master that's big, you see a really good wrestler come through. Both these guys doing a good job with movement.
Yeah, Armstrong tough here. I mean, he's got extremely good high school accolades under his belt, good in these Greco positions. You notice he goes to this Russian and attempted like a donkey kick. His opponent, Evan Bachman, also an Alaskan native from Anchorage, doing a good job as well.
That shot,
2-on-1, looking to clear the other arm with it, but
too far.
Not quite enough.
I mean, he shot like straight into Armstrong's chest there.
45 seconds on the clock.
Cleared the hand there, nice motion, but you know, it's one thing to do the motion, it's another thing to string them together so that you can actually shoot and create an opportunity.
Bachman in on a shot. He's got his hands locked. Armstrong breaks the grip and cuts the corner. Not able to come away with it. 15 seconds. Scoreless first round. UVU defers. CBU will choose bottom. CBU with the escape, both guys on their feet.
A lot of push here. Again, just I think both guys this first period, and now we're back up on our feet, kind of filling each other out, looking to get that pressure right to really make an attack.
Yeah, both guys being a little bit conservative. Like to see more leg attacks here.
Well, you see pressure building up. You see both push and lean relatively well. Duck to a high C shot.
In deep. Finishes.
Wow, that's a great job by Brockman. Brockman not just only setting up chain wrestling to secure that takedown, but even that finish took 2 or 3 different moves, but didn't stay on top and put that pressure on, so Armstrong gets a quick escape.
No, you're right, Sam. Sometimes it's just finding that chink in your opponent's armor and capitalizing that. All of that motion and pressure just amounted to about 2 seconds worth of takedown, and they're both on their feet again.
Ooh.
Armstrong
got under. Yeah,
shot attempt.
I almost watched that and I was like, man, if he just pushed and penetrated 6 inches further, that would have been done deal.
Yeah, it's a game of inches. A lot of times, just tiny adjustments can affect the way things work out in these positions. But Armstrong will choose bottom, go to the 3rd round. Opportunity for a reversal or an escape, and then takedown puts him in the lead.
Quick escape there. So it's close. 2-3. A whole round ahead of us, 146 in the 3rd period. Takedown's going to make a big difference here. We'll see what happens. Head fake. Brockman down blocks. Got to put more together if Jacob's going to get through this. Brockman has a great level change and drops his weight well for a down block, so I think he's going to have to really put together a nice setup here in order to expose those hips. Try for a drag by off that shot. Neither guy. Oh, nice straight single, snatch single right there.
Does a great job of getting his legs back. And there's a lot of action here.
I love it, but I think now if I'm counting, that's probably 5 or 6 Armstrong shots to Brockman.
CBU doing a good job using the edge of the mat there. Oh.
Straight high C shot, but it was
he might have
too
forced
far.
it.
He was a little forced. If he can reach through here, get an ankle, and keep his head down.
Comes away with a takedown. His time runs out. That'll put him in the lead. 5-2 for California Baptist.
Yeah, good matchup there. All right, we're up to the big guys chasing. We got Chase Trussell going up against Zach Schrader.
Hey, Chase Trussell, one of our favorite wrestlers. He's had some good workout partners. Dustin Dennison, as he came into UVU. Tate Orndorff, who recently transferred away from UVU, but was always nationally ranked. These are the guys Chase has been working out with, and slightly on the smaller end for heavyweights.
That's when you
but extremely aggressive.
You go ham in the gym, just crazy lift.
He goes ham.
I know. He's strong.
He is.
Schrader is a transfer. California Baptist had a number of transfers coming in, but Schrader from Manhattan Beach, California, went to West Virginia and ended up transferring back to California and found CBU as a home.
Yeah, West Virginia, another Big 12 program. So we'll see what these guys can put together.
Northern Colorado will take on Utah Valley University.
Trussell level a little higher. Want to see him get in and start moving hands and moving head to open up some opportunities to change a level, penetrate. Schrader with heavy hands as well.
Yeah, Schrader, seasoned athlete. He's a redshirt senior this year. Been around the block. Scoreless first period, Sam.
Yeah, that was both guys. I mean, there were some attempts both ways. I think Chase came out of one of the lockups that they had and was a little lackadaisical. His level was high and almost got taken down just with a snatch single leg by Schrader. But now on top, let's see what these guys got. Sometimes that's where the specialty is. Ooh, elbow roll there, which is typical for heavyweight.
Yeah, slightly worried. The first time he went to his butt, I mean, he was looking for it, and then the second time he came away with a point there.
I feel like Schrader was kind of like through that reversal or that takedown and exchange where we end up getting the escape quickly. He looked like he was grasping, grabbing, trying to just get a hand on Trussell.
One thing about Chase Trussell, he's not afraid to bonk heads, mess up his modeling career.
He's got a great head of hair. One of the best I've seen. To have curls like that. Both guys, again, this is a lot of what we had in the first period. Both guys trying for that inside control. Oh, straight single again. This looks familiar. Chase does a good job stomping his foot down, trying to keep, get some extension there, which was a great job there.
Short time here. Looking for some action in the period. Has he got a lion on his back tattoo?
Lion tattoo.
Seems pretty cool.
Man, some of these tattoos these guys got are rad.
They're next level.
I think Ferray's tattoo is the coolest.
If
All right.
I had heritage, I would do that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. Trussell chooses down, which is an important position where we can. Man, that looked like almost a lock.
They were close. The ref was on the opposite side.
Yeah. Unfortunately, those guys shifted, and Trussell did a good job of just getting to his knees, knee slide, where he was able to kind of make Schrader scramble, and he crossed his hands but didn't touch his hands, which it was just close.
It was close. Riding time, not a factor. About 90 seconds left in this match. See if someone can get a takedown.
Both guys pretty straight up. And I think Schrader sees that. He keeps trying for that snatch single. I think by lowering Trussell's level just a couple inches, he's going to keep that snatch single out of there and put himself in better position to capitalize on a shot.
1 minute left in the match. We're tied up 2-2. Utah University leading the goal.
Snap.
Ooh, a lot of motion here. Both guys pummeling, looking for that inside position.
Yeah, we've had a lot of this match. Neither guy really putting it together, though.
Schrader, quick glance at the clock.
Coach Williams says, hey, let's pick up this pace. You got to get it. Here's the thing. Whether you get a takedown now or in the overtime period, it's no different. So before you waste your energy, go get it. Turn on that pace.
25 seconds left on the clock. Utah Valley fans, make some noise. Put some energy down Trussell. Trussell looking to...
This guy's looking kind of winded. Ooh.
Oh, there we... that body lock looked like he had something up his sleeve.
Well, that's where Chase's old-time training partner, Tate Orndorff's always sitting, that body lock. And
constantly.
So I'm sure
like
he's felt that a million
that.
times.
1 minute overtime here.
Takedown wins it.
Man, I'd like to see Chase forward motion there. Forward motion.
Yeah,
Schrader
like
moved
he was
forward.
measuring him a little bit.
Kind of backed it up there.
Might just be waiting for him to step.
Sweet.
Schrader in on the...
Not yet. If he can keep that whizzer,
that's two. That'll be the match.
Well, with that overtime victory, Zach Schrader, redshirt senior for California Baptist, takes over Chase Trussell of UVU, and that ends our match.
Final dual score, UVU 25, CBU 16. Hey, we just want to thank the guys watching on YouTube, Flow Wrestling, KSL, and the WAC Digital Network. Stay tuned in, though, because this is a tri-duel. We have CBU staying, University of Northern Colorado come in and wrestle them next duel. And then at 2:30,
so
UVU versus UNC.
If you're into wrestling, stay tuned. More wrestling to come. Right now and 2:30. UVU will be back at 2:30. We thank you for joining us. Signing off.